Hey, once again, this is Nimbus Intuition with Woke Connect. Tonight, I want to talk to you about your ride or die checklist. Now, when we talk about ride or die, we're talking about those of us who are very loyal, who want to, for our friends, our family, our partners, we want to be there for them no matter what. Whether they've done something that is, crazy or in line with what we value and believe in. Ride or die people will have that person's back, will stand with them no matter what. And so, are you a ride or die person? I'm also one of these people like that. I'm very loyal to people. But what I wanted to express to you that ride or die is an application process. You shouldn't be ride or die with just anyone. So I wanted to pose a checklist for those of us who love in that way, or friends in that way, or family in that way, or that way in general, where we are loving and loyal, and we give our loyalty to people and when we're down for them. And so before you go there, I want you to consider some things. And so I'm sharing a checklist because it's not, everybody's not worthy of your ride or die status. So first of all, is that person in line with your morals and your values? That's something to consider. Now you know what you believe in, you know what you value, and is that person of the same wavelength? Do they believe the same things? Because a lot of times we give our loyalty to people who don't, it kind of clashes. It's different from what we value, what we believe, and so we are being ride or die for folks who don't even understand what that concept means. Or they're living a different lifestyle that we wouldn't even imagine of, that we wouldn't uphold and think is a kind of lifestyle that is something that we would be interested in the first place. And so are your values and your morals in line? Okay, is that person trustworthy? Now, trust is a big issue, and I've talked about trust in different posts, and I believe trust is on the same level as love when it comes to relationships. You should have the same amount of trust for a person as love for that person to have a good relationship. Now, if that person is trustworthy, that person is someone that you know what to expect from that person. Their behavior is consistent. It's not surprising. They're going to act, if they're a bit of a jokester, you know that they're a jokester over here, when they go over there, they're a jokester, and wherever they go, they're a jokester. If they're a little bit of an asshole, you know that sometimes you're going to see asshole ways sometimes. If they're sweet and kind, you know that that's usually what you get from a person like that. But we know as people that everybody has all shades of personality within them. So, but the main way somebody is how we learn to trust them. They meet up to their own expectation, not the expectation we put on them, but their own expectations of who they say they are and who they show us that they are. When they do that, we can trust them. So is that person trustworthy? Are they showing you that they are who they say they are? Because if you're going to be ride or die for someone, it should be someone that you trust. Someone that is who they say they are, who shows you that they're consistent in who they say they are. Another aspect that you should look for in this ride or die application, because it should be an application process, is do they love you? Because part of being ride or die is a loving person is usually that ride or die person. The ride or die people are usually very loving, very giving people, very loyal people, very trustworthy people, and you usually have all the aspects that I'm going to say on this checklist already within you. So does that person love you? Do they not only give you lip service about it, but do they show you? Is it in their actions? That is important because you want to give your loyalty and your trust and your ride or die status to someone who actually cares about you, who actually really loves you genuinely. And so make sure that the person is applying for this ride or die status, that they actually love you. I guess I said this in another way, but are they committed to you? Now, ride or die can be more than just a romantic relationship. It can be a friendship, family member, different acquaintances. It can be business partners. It can be, different people. Are they committed? So I kind of said this before. Are they giving you the same kind of value that you're giving them by giving them the ride or die status? So are they ride or die for you, basically? Will they do the same things for you that you would do for them? I guess in a way, it comes into the reciprocalness of the relationship, which I was going to get to next, but I guess it goes hand in hand. Are they there for you the same way that you're there for them? Are they loving to you the same way you're loving to them? Are they there? Like they're going to be there for you the same way you're going to be there for them? And the ebbs and flows of life, because that's part of what ride or die is. Ride or die is someone who's going to have your back no matter what. If you get yourself in a tricky situation, they still have your back. If you live in your best life, they're going to have your back. That's ride or die. So is that person also, again, going to be there in, all scenarios of your life as well? So are they committed to you? All right. And then the last one, I've already touched on it, is the relationship reciprocal? And I've already touched on it. Are they giving you the same that you're giving them? This is another important part of the application for ride or die status. So, I pretty much said it all before. They have to be on the level of giving you what you're giving them as far as their willingness and their commitment to being there for you in the same ways. Is it reciprocal? If you're going to give somebody ride or die status, it really doesn't make a lot of sense for them not to be ride or die for you as well. So you have to make sure that that is on your checklist and that they are just as down for you as you are for them. And it shouldn't be any exceptions to the rule. I would say with the exception of your children, because that can be a tricky relationship, because we're more of a guidance to our children more than other relationships. But other than that, that's my checklist for whether or not to accept an application for ride or die status. If you're going to be ride or die for someone in your life, no matter what area of your life is in, consider making sure you can check off each of those areas, that I mentioned, and see if they're ride or die for you as well. All right, y'all.